Hello students, I welcome you all at Shuffle. So this is Madi Shekhar and today's session we are going to start a new chapter for class 9th, that is number system. So let us start with the introduction part. So in that we are going to see each and every detail of numbers. So let us start. So in your earlier classes you might have studied about digits. So what are digits? So digits are basically a symbol used to write numbers. Now in maths we have digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are the 10 symbols which we are using to write what? Numbers. And these symbols we call it as what? Digits. And of course if you will see overall the count of digit we have is how many? 10 digits starting from 0 to 9. Now if we are talking about numbers, so numbers are basically a string or collection of what? Digits. So that means if we'll take one or more digits together, then we are going to get what? Numbers. For example, 1 to 12, 255, 3296. So here what we have done basically, we have taken one or more than one digits together. Now if you see count of numbers, so we have infinite numbers. So that is the very basic difference between digits and numbers. So now let us see how numbers are classified. So the first one we have is natural numbers. All of you already know that whatever number we are using for counting purpose, those numbers we call it as what? Natural numbers. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on are example of what? Natural numbers. Capital letter N we are going to use to denote what? Natural numbers. So that's the standard notation you need to keep in mind. After natural number we have whole numbers. Now what are whole numbers? If we are clubbing 0 in the collection of natural numbers, whatever collection we are going to get, that we call it as what? Whole numbers. So natural numbers including 0 forms the collection of what? Whole numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 etc. are what? Whole numbers. Capital letter W is the symbol used to denote what? Whole numbers. So after natural numbers and whole numbers, the next number we have in the list is integers. Now what are integers? So integers are basically natural number, negative of natural numbers and 0. If we club these three things together, we will get what? Integers. So that's what I have done. You can see to the right I have natural number, to the left I have negative of natural number, and in the center I have 0. So natural number 0 and negative of natural number forms the collection of what? Integers. Now capital letter I or Z is the symbol used to denote what? Integers. So that you can keep in mind. Now here we have some notes with us. You need to note that 0 is neither positive nor negative integer. 0 ना तो positive है और नहीं negative है. Note number 2. Whatever we see to the right of 0, that we call it as positive integers, generally denoted by I plus, Z plus or N. So these are basically natural numbers, so that's why N can also be used. Now whatever we are seeing to the left of 0, that we call it as negative integers, denoted by I minus or Z minus. Note number 4. If you take 0 with positive integer, 0 with negative integer, that we call it as what? Non-positive integers. And if we take 0 with positive integers, that we call it as what? Non-negative integers. And of course non-negative integers are basically what? Whole numbers. So these terms will be frequently used. Positive integers, that means we are talking about natural numbers. Negative integers, that means we are talking about negative of natural numbers. If we are talking about non-positive integers, that means we are talking about 0 and negative of natural numbers, and if you are talking about non-negative integers, so that means 0 and natural numbers. So that is basically whole numbers. So the next number we have in the list is rational numbers. Now those numbers which can be written in the form p by q, where p and q both are what? Integers, and q not equal to 0 are called rational numbers. So various example I have written 2, -5, 0, 2 by 7, -2 by 7, 2.5, 7.33. So these are all examples of what? Rational numbers. Now capital letter Q is the symbol used to denote what? Rational numbers. The next in the list we have is irrational numbers. That means those numbers which we cannot write in the form what? P by Q form, where P and Q are integers and Q not equals to 0 are called what? Irrational numbers. जैसे कि √2, -√5, pi, etc. are what? Example of irrational numbers. Now Q dash is the symbol used to denote what? Irrational numbers. So Q is for rational number and Q dash is for what? Irrational numbers. Now whatever number I have written above, that is rational numbers and irrational numbers, if both this collection I am going to take it together, what collection I will get is real numbers. So real numbers are basically collection of rational number and irrational numbers. Now capital letter R is the symbol used to denote what? Real numbers, and every real number, each and every real number can be represented on the number line. Some of the numbers already you have represent on the number line in earlier classes. So once we'll move ahead in this topic, we'll see how to represent real numbers on number line. So all the numbers we studied, now we are going to see geometrically all these numbers. So first, collection of natural numbers we have studied, right? So natural numbers, what we have studied? 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, right? That we are denoting it by capital N. After natural numbers, we studied what? Whole numbers. So whole number is basically collection of natural numbers and 0. Okay, so from here I can see that every natural number is a whole number, but every whole number is a natural number? No, that's a false statement, because 0 is a whole number which is not a natural number. It is not inside the white circle. So after whole numbers we saw integers. So integers are basically natural number, negative of natural number. So we can write -1, -2, -3, -4, etc. So natural number, negative of natural number and 0 together forms what? Integers, that we have already seen. Now even the bigger collection than integer is what? Rational numbers. Because rational number contains all this, right? Natural number, whole number, integers, and then number of the form P by Q. Like 2 by 3, 5 by 7, -8 by 9. So this all comes under what? Rational numbers. The next collection what we saw is irrational numbers, that we are denoting it by Q dash. Now one very important thing, you can see that there is nothing common between rational number and irrational number. Here I have a separate circle and here I have a separate circle. So here what kind of numbers comes? Like √2, √5, pi, -√7. So all these are what? Irrational numbers. And if we club both these two numbers together, that means rational and irrational, then what we are getting? Real numbers. So this way you can keep the mind map of the number system in your mind. Now after this we have some further sub-classification under natural numbers which we need to know. The first classification we have is prime numbers. Now what are prime numbers? So those natural number which have exactly two distinct factors, very important. So ऐसे natural number जिनके दो distinct factors होते हैं. And what are those distinct factors? 1 and the number itself. So this numbers what I have listed here, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 and so on, these are what? Prime numbers. Those natural numbers which are not prime and they have at least what? 3 distinct factors. That means those natural number which have at least 3 distinct factors, we call them as what? Composite numbers. Now 4 is a composite number. Why 4 is a composite number? Because 4 I can divide it by 1, 4 I can divide it by 2 and 4 I can divide it by 4. So minimum 3 factors it has, 1, 2 and 4. So those natural number which have minimum 3 distinct factors, we call them as what? Composite numbers. So 4, 6, 8, 9 and so on are example of what? Composite numbers. Now one very important thing you can see here, the number 1 does not satisfy the prime number definition as well as composite number definition. So the number 1 is neither prime nor composite. Very important. Then we have something called co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers. So two natural numbers are called co-prime if they don't have a common factor other than 1. So if I am taking two natural numbers and the only common factor between them is 1, then I can call them what? Co-prime. Okay. For example, 3 and 4 are co-prime. Why 3 and 4 are co-prime? Because the only common factor between 3 and 4 is what? 1. Similarly, 4 and 9 are what? Co-prime. Because the only common factor between 4 and 9 is what? 1. Similarly, 12 and 13 are what? Co-prime. Okay. Now consecutive natural numbers are always co-prime. Whenever you take natural numbers consecutive, for example 5, 6. So the only common factor between these two numbers is 1. So that's why they are co-prime. One very important note, two prime numbers are always co-prime. There is no doubt about it. If you take any two prime numbers from this list, they will always be co-prime because the only common factor between those two numbers will be 1. But the same is not true, vice versa. If I am taking two co-prime numbers, they need not be prime. For example, 5, 6 are co-prime, but I can see both the number are not prime. 5 is prime but 6 is not prime. Okay, so this sub-classification under natural number is very important and it will be utilized even in class 10th mathematics. One more classification we have under integers, which most of you might be already knowing. Even integers, those integers which are divisible by 2. Examples, all this integer 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this all integers are divisible by what? 2. So we call them as what? Even integers. Odd integers, those integers which are not divisible by 2, like plus minus 1, plus minus 3, plus minus 5. So these all are example of what? Odd integers. So that's all about number system. Now I have taken a very basic question. So state true or false, also give reason for the same. So every whole number is a natural number. So this is going to be a false statement. Already I told you. Why false? Reason I can give, 0 is a whole number which is not natural. So 0 is a whole number which is not natural. Okay. So this is going to be a false statement. That's why I have written what? F. Every integer is a rational number. So this is going to be a true statement. Why? Because any integer, for example, if I take 5, I can write it as 5 by 1. If I take minus 9, I can write it as minus 9 by 1. So any integer we can write in the form what? P by Q. Hence they are what? Rational. So any integer we can write in the form P by Q. Hence they are rational numbers and it's a true statement. Every rational number is an integer? No. Why every rational number is not an integer? For example, if I am writing the number 1 by 2, it's a rational number because it is in the form p by q, but it is not integer. It's not integer. So this is a false statement. Every rational number is a real number. Now while defining only, we saw that real numbers are collection of rational number and irrational number. So of course every rational number will be a real number. So this you are getting by definition itself, by definition. Okay. Then every integer is a whole number. Now every integer is a whole number? No. We have negative integers which are not there in whole number list. Okay. So this is going to be a false statement. Reason you can give, for example, -1 is an integer but not a whole number, Okay. So this is all about number system. I hope all of you liked it. So I'll stop it here. Further we'll meet in next session where we'll see in detail about rational numbers. So thank you so much for watching Safal. Please do like, share and subscribe the channel.